doesn't matter. Whatever. This type of food poisoning made me shit for 3 days.
Your whole hockey team watched the OC.
Yeah. Just boys being boys, baby.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Late night. Come home. Work sucks. No.
Oh my god. You loved Blink-182, didn't you?
I fucking love Blink-182 when I was... Of course, they were the... Dude, how old were you when Blink came out? You were older than they were. Of course you didn't love them. I loved them because I was 12 and What's My Age again came out. And you're like, you can be naked on the street?
Yeah, exactly. Good for you. Good for you and Blink.
And I heard rumors that they... like, my friends who were cool enough to stay late to watch Saturday Night Live told me that they, like, played naked on SNL with, like, a table in front of them and, like, sausages where their dicks would be. And I was like, there's no fucking way that happened, dude. And they're like, it fucking happened. To this day, I don't know if they lied to me or not.
I dated a girl whose sister was kind of into punk music, and she like had a punk vibe to her. And she told me that she went to a concert and got backstage where Blink-182 was, and one of the guys just whipped out his dick, and it was a complete creep the whole time. It was just whipping out his dick and be like, suck it tonight. Where are you?
I would love to know if that's the guy who now is into UFOs or if it's just the other guy.
Because my dick needs sucking. Because I cannot breathe. I cannot come tonight.
Yeah, that's a great song too, man.
And then she was like, you know what? Don't waste your time on me because I'm already...
Fucking hell up, dude.
Not gonna suck
Listen, you know I'm in a mood.
dick.
You know I'm short tonight, all right? I had too much. I had too big of a sandwich at lunch.
Miss you.
I had too big of a meat sandwich at lunch, and now I can't. All right, I had the was it the Supreme from a Messo's sub?
This is where we are in life,
dude. I'm racking my. I'm like not going. Like I'm doing pretty good, you know. Like I'm happy in life and everything, but I'm so fucking bored that like I don't know what to do anymore.
Yeah, so what are you just gonna eat as much meat as you could possibly stuff
I'm getting back into eating 14-inch subs at lunch and not being hungry at dinner. And I'm gonna get into penny stocks and make a small fortune.
My biggest problem is sometimes you skip breakfast because who eats breakfast? What kind of loser
I never
eats
eat breakfast, man.
Fucking
maybe I'll have a piece of cheese at 10 a.m., you know?
Smoked
Gouda at 10 a.m.
cheese.
Smoked Gouda and smoked cheddar at 10 a.m.
So like and then like I'll get really busy and I won't even think about eating because I'm just drinking coffee until like maybe like 1:32, and then I'm so hungry that I order the biggest goddamn lunch that you could even think of, and I wolf it all down. And then I just want to sleep. After lunch, I'm just like useless. I'm useless. Just
I know.
Are you kidding me? What was I even pretending?
I was on a work meeting today. I couldn't wait for fucking lunch. At like 11:20, I ordered this Uber Eats Momesso, and it gets here during my meeting. And my wonderful, beautiful girlfriend crawls because she doesn't want to be on the fucking Zoom call on the video. She crawls behind me and answers the door and puts the fucking sandwich on the kitchen counter for me. What a wonderful thing that was. Man, as soon as the fucking meeting ended, I just wolfed that shit down. I'm still feeling it right now. I feel like, you ever get irritated because you ate too much meat?
I don't know about meat. I don't know if it gets directed towards the meat.
Or maybe it's
carbs for me.
Yeah, maybe it's the fact that the sandwich comes in a full baguette because it's
exactly
14 inches long.
Those are the ones that kill me. And baguette, especially baguette, gives me that hot bun. So I end up in complete. I just eat like a whole thing of Tums and gets chalky and nasty.
And not only Momesso is famous for their pepperoncini hot sauce. It's just ground up pepperoncini and olive oil, and it's so fucking. So good, but I'm burping.
No, thank you. Burping is just gross. I would have a gross evening if I were you.
Well, you already said you took a shower where you individually watched each of your body hairs.
That's why it takes so long. I take a tweezer and a toothbrush.
You lather the tweezer with after every hair, you squirt a little bit more conditioner on it.
Yeah, and I wash each hair individually. It takes a very long time, but it's worth it if you ask me.
It is worth it.
I think it is.
Yeah. You come out of the shower like a Maine Coon cat, you know, like those big fluffy cats that look like Gandalf.
It puffs out. It is funny though, because when I come out, I'm like a wet rat, you know, just because all the hair is just like, wet. And then the second I dry it off, it really does puff out like a poodle.
That's fucking gross, man.
A well-permed poodle.
I'm like a seal, just slick.
Like a marble statue in the rain.
No. I got a little. Nah. After the shower, it's like a seal. Like I can like throw a piece of ham on my skin and it just sticks there.
Oh God, beautiful, absolutely beautiful.
Which one's the nipple? You tell me. You know what I mean?
You can't see mine. Mine are covered in man fuzz. That's how a man should be, covered in fuzz.
I thought you were gonna say covered in mayonnaise.
Teach their own.
Yeah.
Teach their fucking own.
So
what else is it? It feels like it's been a while, Jason.
I know, but we talked exactly, I guess 7 days ago.
And absolutely
Nothing.
nothing has happened. Well, no, I have news. Well, no, I don't. I shouldn't.
Okay, let's ruin that for the next 5 minutes of the podcast. And
I shouldn't jinx it. Right?
What do you mean you have news?
I was saying there's something might be coming up for me in the pipeline, work-wise, comedy-wise, acting-wise.
Yeah.
The role of a lifetime coming up.
Commercial work, baby. Good for you, man. I hope it happens. I'm not gonna say anything. Whatever. So
I made a light joke in the email.
Right.
She was like, "If you're okay to the less money that you just mentioned." She was like, "What's your budget?" And I was like, "Oh, based on what you said last time I spoke, this is what it is." And she's like, "Well, I was wrong, so this is what it actually is." And I was like, "Well, if that's what it actually is, then I will accept that."
Right.
And she did write that if you accept that, then it's pretty much yours. And in the email before it, she was like, "Look, you're pretty much good to go."
Right.
I sent her a bunch of clips. This was smart, I think. I went into my Art Loft set, which is like 20 minutes, and I just took the cleaner jokes, like the one, like I took the camel joke, and I took I took the circumcision joke.
Yeah, I talked about. I don't even remember those jokes, dude. I don't remember your stand up. I can't wait.
Well, that joke was pretty simple, and I'll tell it for you for your own enjoyment. It was I have a nephew. He's both Jewish and Catholic, so that means he was both circumcised and baptized, which means in 1 week he was both took his foreskin and got cut off, right?
Yeah.
And later that week, they took his head and dunked it underwater and held it there for like too long.
Right.
And believe it or not, after all that, he still wouldn't tell us where Osama bin Laden is hiding. That's the killer joke.
Check,
anyway, so I
please.
used that one. But I got the good laughs from the room.
From the
I was
crowd,
thinking
yeah.
about, but like, what is the crowd? It's me in socks in a goddamn
It's
with like
true,
a
right?
dead bear behind me.
If-
Like, it looks so crazy.
We probably talked about the Art Loft before on the podcast, but if you haven't been, well, if you're, I would say probably about 20% of our listeners have been there because they're Montreal comedians or fans of Montreal comedy. But it's basically a bohemian herpes trap with a bunch of art on the walls that accommodates about like 130 people. I would
pretty
say.
much.
It's like our new club since the other one burnt down. It's the second Montreal
really,
club.
But it picked up with all the McGill students pretty
Yeah.
much, and they were into like the house party vibes.
Yeah, it was a BYOB, BYO green. You know what I mean?
Yeah, smoke is smoke friendly.
Smoke them if you got them. Crack,
420, light it
PCP, smoke it all, baby. That'd be a
that
fun
free-
show, eh? A little PCP crowd. Man, they were fucking hot tonight. One guy tried to fucking rip my jugular out, but you know.
Man, it's crazy how much better laughter sounds when people don't have teeth. It's like it echoes right through. There's nothing to block it.
Yeah.
But I was saying that in it when she was like, you pretty much have it, but I just wanted to know exactly what your pricing was. Mm-hmm. And so in that I wrote back like, that sounds amazing, but I won't tell my mother until it's official. You know, like as a joke.
Right.
And then in the next email he said you can tell your mother, LOL. Because we're hilarious together. So
Okay, that was it. That's what you were building up.
The whole point is that I think that makes it official. Doesn't that kind of make it?
Yeah,
pretty
that's
more
100% official. You can talk about it. Oren is going to be the new spokesman for.
Come on, Jason. Spit it out.
Nah, dude. All I guys, I'm just making the
Spit
same
it out
joke
already.
every fucking week now. Oren's gonna
For
be the new
live
spokesman
mermaids.
for the live mermaid show. Oren's gonna be the new spokesman for the. You know how mother dogs clean their pups with their tongue?
Right.
In order not to traumatize puppies, they're starting a new human service where humans now clean puppies with their tongues, and Oren will be starring in a commercial where he licks a Burmese mountain dog from head to toe.
Yeah, it's quite. Yeah, it's not bad. I get it from fooling around with beards my whole life. You know what I mean? With
exactly.
the bears, I meant the bears.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I won't give it away because Kevin Feige told me. I mean, not to say anything, so I wouldn't want to bring it up. So I won't say anything till it's really official.
Okay, cool. Can I help you write, and can I get half the money?
Debatable.
Are you gonna use the one thing I told you, and then you're gonna just take the money and run anyway?
I'll probably make, I'll probably use that, and I'll probably make someone we know who I've helped with coding here and there over the last few months help me out secretly. But I also think, keep in mind that like I'm doing an English spots for something that I think is already written in French. So I think like they'll be like, these are the ideas. We have 3 ideas. We're doing 2 of them. Tell me what you think. If you think you should be doing something completely different, or if you want to riff off of these.
Okay, wow. So they didn't even hire you for your writing prowess. They're hiring you for your looks.
Dude, I have not even managed to inquire on where the fuck they know me from or who the fuck.
Yeah, I would
or
love
what
to
the
know.
hell. Yeah, I can't wait to find out, but I just haven't asked yet because I don't want to sound too ridiculous. I also know that the day I go in for shooting, my face is gonna break. The dry skin on my face is gonna. I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna be, what the fuck is wrong with you? This is not okay.
Yeah,
we don't have the budget to hide that shit.
The makeup budget is through the fucking roof.
Yeah.
All
so
right.
we'll see. That was the one exciting thing that's happened this week. That's nice.
That's nice. I've been just fighting customer service people for a whole week.
Physically,
furniture customer service people, just berating them on Twitter and Instagram. They sold us a dresser with broken legs, and they fucking won't take any of our DMs or messages or calls. It's been like a month of no resolution. I'm just fighting. That's all I'm doing.
Dude, you sell a dresser with broken legs to an Italian, he's gonna break your fucking legs.
Hey,
you see what I said there?
Suck on my fucking ass.
Wow, okay, that sucks. So how did you break the legs? I mean,
nah, dude, it's they were faulty legs that they broke in the move for sure, but they were already broken when we initially got it, but didn't survive the move. And then
how do you know they were broken when you got it?
What?
How do you know they were broken when you got it?
Because the leg, it comes with a built-in screw, and on 3 of them, the screw is loose, and on 1 of them, it was glued in properly. First of all, why are you gluing in? It's like the wood was stripped inside, and it wasn't glued on 3 of them. And basically...
What is this bullshit company?
Structube, the Quebec IKEA.
Oh, shit.
Dude, and if you go on their Instagram page, it's just person after person after person leaving comments about how they're fucking up their orders, and like they're a piece of shit, and like... They're just
interesting.
They get away with it.
I have a couch from Structube, and we also just bought a second-hand. I think I talked about a second-hand bed frame from Structube.
Mm-hmm.
It was a good price. It was relatively not that easy to put together. I mean, I obviously got halfway through and it was backwards. And there's like one choice that I could have made wrong, and I obviously made it. And I couldn't believe. I was like looking at it, sweating. My shirt was off already.
Right.
And like I was like playing a song list on. A song list. Is that good for you, Oren?
Playlist, yeah.
A playlist on Spotify from the. No, I always say the Tragically Hip when I mean the hip hop group. What do I?
Jurassic 5. What's golden?
It's crazy how I never remember their name. The Tragically Hip is not them.
Will Smith and his son.
What's Before 4, I think that's what they're called.
Before 4, I won't get down on me, get down on you. Is that a Canadian boy band? Would people know about that in the States?
I don't know.
Fuck, man, those guys look like
because
like they were socially not socially engineered, but whatever, engineered in a lab to look like the butterfly. What's that? Come my lady, come my lady. They look like the rejects of those guys. And they picked him up, put him in a fucking sack, and made him sing one Canadian hit.
Yeah, I always felt like it was like Nick Lachey fucked Nick Lachey, and then they like took those
and had like twins and put both the twins in the machine from The Fly, and it somehow like they split up into the worst parts of each other.
Dude, I can't think of a worse B44, and if you can't figure it out, it's because they were 3. Huh?
Okay. Oh, actually, I looked them up like 2 years ago. Two of those guys, I think, are twins, and they're like opera singers now.
No, get out.
Yeah. Look it up. They're like
hilarious.
classical singers.
If you get down on me, I'll get down on you.
Is that whole song about eating pussy?
I don't know. They didn't even know what they were.
69?
I think something like that. All the songs in the 90s were about like date rape or 69s or sex or.
What's that LFO song there? The Girls of Summer.
Oh,
I get down in the summer.
Abercrombie and Fitch.
Yeah. Okay,
bullshit.
we're not even singing though. We're not even like talking about the song. We're just remembering. Remember that?
I like when you suck my dick.
Yeah.
Chinese food.
We haven't talked about my Zoom background. My background on the video portion of the podcast, which is one man named I can't read it now because it's too small. You have to full screen if you're gonna watch it on YouTube. But I think it's Nicolas Ciervo who just found our clip on the clip that you put together on YouTube of us talking about Dalia and Jeff Ross. And he's like, this podcast sucks. You're both pieces of shit. You guys are a couple of fruitcakes. Those are 3 separate comments.
He
just kept watching it. It was like stream of consciousness, like, and another thing, and another thing.
He called us fruitcakes?
The first comment was, you guys are a couple of fruitcakes. Then he said, this podcast sucks. And then he said, you guys are both pieces of shit.
Maybe he meant like you're a fruit and I'm a cake. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like I'm so cute you could eat me, but you're a fruit.
You guys are a couple of fruitcakes, is what he said.
Oh, okay. So no.
So maybe not.
So no, we're both fruitcakes.
Yeah, we're
Okay,
both,
cool.
Yeah.
Just wanted to clear that up.
Yeah.
Well, that's nice. I mean, what he doesn't realize is engagement is engagement, friend.
Hell yeah, dude.
Okay? There is no bad engagement. It doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Not on the YouTube algo.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So thank you very much for bringing the listeners and bringing the watchers.
Thank you.
You know?
Yeah,
we had a big
need it
50.
on YouTube. YouTube's really taken a dive in the last 2 months, I would say. And
Yeah.
I would say it's because the amount of homophobic content on our podcast has been steadily climbing.
I think you have to work on that, Jason.
Oh, you have to work on it, you
think
bitch.
That's something. I think that's something. We did one recently, and it seemed like that's what you kept on going also.
Yeah, that was. I know. It's because that's
Because you suck. That's why.
It's because I'm becoming a fucking hack bitch, and I can't think anymore because I've been confined to my fucking. I think it's honestly it's this curfew shit, man. It's like not being able
Fucking
to
write something.
I have been trying to write shit. No, I haven't. I've just been yelling at StruckTube and like I said.
Wow, my lighting is so bad.
So is mine, dude. Do you think anyone cares?
No, but it just doesn't. It just makes my giant Jew nose look gianter and Jewier and nosier.
Yeah.
What's it called? Speaking about homophobic and all that stuff. Did you hear about this golfer who missed a putt and called himself the F word right after it, but he mumbled it to himself kind of thing.
Which in golf is yelling, you know?
Yeah, which in golf is screaming it out loud.
Yeah.
And he's being canceled from fucking all his sponsorships completely.
Oh, no, not Puma and Adidas. Who shifted from being Nazi sympathizers to now being like, no.
Yeah. Yeah. What's it called? So how first I could so imagine something like that happening to me in my life. If I was on that, if like it just all of a sudden tomorrow put me on that much of a pedestal, like not pedestal, like a public arena, I think I could so whisper under my breath because I call myself that way too often. Is the truth in real life.
Well, yeah, because I grew up having other people call me that, so of course I'm going to call myself that.
So do you think, I was thinking about it, do you think he was calling himself that or the ball?
Oh, man. Get in the hole. Get in the fucking hole.
Do you think he was so mad at the ball that he was like mocking the ball, or do you think he was just referring to himself?
I think it's both. I think he visualized the hole as being his own ass. And he was like, get in there.
Exactly. Yeah, get in there. Yeah. Get in the hole.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was funny. It was
good.
A
I
fun
hadn't
week.
heard of that. I hadn't heard of much. My Twitter is mostly just Trump shit right now.
It was a Tribe Called Quest.
Oh, The tragically hip.
Yeah, I always think because that's such a loser I am. And so I was listening to.
Can I kick it? Yes, I can.
So I was listening to that, trying to put this thing together. Finally, I did put it together, and I noticed the big, probably the reason they gave it back, they didn't want it anymore. These people sold us the bed frame in the first place, was because it pops out well beyond the bed, and those edges are not
fuck up your
nice.
Shin every day.
Dude, man, I was thinking, I was like, we should have asked them to see their shins before they left. Like, let us see your fucking shins, okay? And they would have lifted them, and they'd be bruised and yellow, and we would have been, see, I fucking knew it.
Hey, girl, let me see them shins.
Let me see them shins,
Let me see them
girl.
shins.
Shit, son. Look like a fucking soccer player. So, yeah, so now I'm learning. There's been a few hits. We've both been bloodied a little once or twice. Getting beaten up out there, like...
Yeah, because it's not like your lady girlfriend, your lover is not a short person either. If she was like tiny, maybe it would be like at above the knee. You can get away with a Charlie horse. You know what I mean? But the shin is fucking.
It's a shin, yeah, because it's a low bed. Also, that's the style, eh? Low beds. I don't
hate
like
high
it
beds
so much. Yeah, I like a higher bed than. First of all, the floor is dirty. I don't want to be too close to it.
Yeah, the floor's dirty. I'm agreeing with you. I don't want to be like 4 inches off the ground, but give me a good 1.5 feet, I guess. I don't know.
I also, you know what I mean, for the bedroom moments, I don't mind like a lying down and I'm standing up. You know what I mean, like a T kind of thing. Did you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, no. Sorry.
Like they're lying on. When you're lying on the bed and I'm pissing. Standing. No, not pissing.
When you lay down. No.
No, Jason, you got that wrong. Okay.
On every full moon, you take a piss on whoever happens to be in your bed.
No. Remember you were telling me you did that with who was that? It was a cousin, I think you said.
My ex-roommates, both my ex-roommates, my Armenian and Greek Italian ex-roommates.
Oh God.
I would piss away the extra hair every month.
That's so vile. No, I would never.
No, I mean neither.
Urine and poo, I really couldn't even imagine.
Oh shit, is another story. What are you talking about? You feed her. Hey, is there anything better than getting it? You cook her a nice dinner and then you get it on the way out.
I'm not gonna tell a bunch of the shit stories now. I'm not gonna do it.
I don't want to hear shit stories.
What do you want to hear? Because God damn it.
I don't know. Have you ever clogged a toilet so bad it flooded like a part of your house?
I think when I was young, maybe. That's why now I bought a bidet, so it'll never happen again. Why, did you do that recently?
No, I haven't done that. I had to once clean up. I won't divulge who, but a younger sibling of mine. When she was super young, I forget. I think it was a snow day, so I came back home. My bus never showed up. I was maybe 13 or something. So I just go back home, and she's just like, "Thank God!" And it's just go downstairs, and it's just flooding. It's just the toilet. I had to go and I had to put a t-shirt around my fucking around my face just to cover from the smell. Like you watch third world countries get tear gas during protests and shit. And it's just or just regular world, first world countries too, I guess. And I just had to spend 4 hours of what I thought was gonna be a day off, from a snow day, unclogging a fucking toilet.
How'd you do it? What'd you do?
Plunger and I think I used we used a wooden spatula to break up whatever was going on in there, and we threw out the spatula obviously, and had a whole day doing that.
When I worked at the restaurant, we did some nasty. I had to clean up some nasty bathrooms.
I've always thought there's no way if ever I took a job at a restaurant or a place where there's a bathroom, there's no way I'm ever gonna say yes to cleaning the bathroom. Hire an outside agency to get who gets paid $40 an hour in a hazmat suit to come. I'm not. There's no amount of minimum wage $11 an hour bullshit that's gonna make me go clean someone else's shit. You know what I mean? I would quit immediately if you ever asked me to do that.
Say you're privileged without saying you're privileged.
Dude, we live in a democracy. No, we live in a fucking society where we can afford to hire people. If there's a problem that extreme, bring an outside person who's trained and equipped to deal with it. You know what I mean?
I used to say that based on the idea that I used to tell the principal, you will never get a clean bathroom if you make your waiters do it at the end of every shift because they don't give a fuck. They're
you
just
said
trying
you
to
would tell
get
the principal that. Mr. Principal.
I meant the principle of the idea,
Oh, okay.
like, you know, based on the principle that if everyone just wants to get out of it and it's not even their job, it's their last duty of the day, they're just going to do whatever they can. When I worked at Le Cul du Cheval,
Yeah.
Le Cul du Cheval, it feels like it has to be said like that.
Yeah, the fanciest. Is it still the most expensive restaurant in town, or one of?
No,
It used
not
to
even
be.
close. It has no respect now.
Oh,
See,
yeah?
before like Joe Beef and like the waiters that treated you like pieces of shit became like the 4-star restaurants, you know?
Yeah.
Like at one point, all of a sudden, 5-star, 4-star restaurants became like some young hipster
Right.
who was dressed like he wasn't at a restaurant. He had some jean leather apron on, and he treated you like an asshole for being there, you know, and for not like, and he was telling you what you were gonna eat. And all of a sudden, that became the coolest thing. No more like perfect cutlery. It was just like a mason jar with
Right.
like forks and knives on it, and they were still charging you $500 for a plate, but it was like everything was written on a chalkboard now, and there was no menus, right? And that became, but before that happened, you needed to have like every different type of fork and every
Right.
different type of spoon and white tablecloths and 4 waiters that would clear the breadcrumbs between like courses. That was the only type of restaurant that was getting 5 stars. So I used to work at one of those restaurants before before everything changed. When we had celebrities come into the city, they would only go to this one restaurant,
Yeah.
like guaranteed, which was Cul du Cheval. They always went that one, and now they'll go to 100 different places. But back then, that was the place.
Yeah, I know. I
And,
remember you hear about it when you're like fucking 10, and you're like, oh my god, that guy's parents went to Cul du Cheval, and it's like they're fucking loaded, you know.
Back then, the tiles in the bathroom were all black, and you had to Windex them all down, and the manager would come in and start looking at the tiles from every different angle so he could see it against the light to see if there's a smudge on any one, and
Right.
he'd give you shit. You'd have to clean, at the end of the shifts, you'd clean like the bathroom stalls, and there was just coke laid. like they were all wooden stalls with these little shelves, and the shelves just were like fucking covered in coke.
Nice.
So
So you can just like take that, put it back in another bag, and sell it.
Yeah, exactly. You used to clean it in the morning, man, and like the manager would come in there and take a shit while you were cleaning the bathroom. Like, that's the fucking respect you got. And when I worked at the tavern, a smaller restaurant, there were only 2 bathrooms, like 4 stalls total, but we had to clean it. And like sometimes, you normally wasn't that bad, but when it was bad, like first of all, like emptying the tampon box is always the worst. It's just fucking, as a guy, just runs down your spine for some reason. And then there was also one time some guy they puked in the sink, and it was just clogged to the top, and I had to go in there. I had to I wrapped like plastic bags all the way up to my elbows and duct taped them, you know, to make sure I wasn't touching anything. And I had to just go in there and scoop with my fingers, like wrapped in this fucking bag. I was like, it was the worst, man, the worst.
Maybe we'll release this episode in the afternoon, so we don't have to have people listen to this in the morning.
Dude, I remember like, because you knew you had like, if you were like one person, one waiter, it was their duty out of like the 4 waiters there to do that at the end of the shift. And there was this old man who like came in late with his like wife, and like they went into they came in, and the man just directly went into the bathroom, okay, like right away. And I was like, I just hate the vibe of this. And I kept on like going and peering, and he was in there for 10, 20 minutes. And then all of a sudden I go in there and I peek under just to see what's going on, and I see that he's not wearing any pants right now. It's just bare old man legs. And
this is a stage 4. Gotta get completely naked. I mean, I get like getting naked in your own bathroom at home, but to have this sweat so bad that you're just like, it's gotta come off.
And it smelled not good.
I can't imagine.
And then
just
after an hour,
and fucking horseradish.
Yeah, and then after an hour, he came in. His old wife ate just a salad, and then he came in and ate like peaches out of a can that he had in a bag with him that he had in the bathroom the whole time. So I don't know if he's finishing what he started in the bathroom, or if he just started that can when he sat down.
Those peel cans, not the can. Can. Like imagine he just brings his own can opener too, or like he asks the fucking staff for a can opener.
I'll never forget, because I was giving them their bill for their salad and hot water with lemon, and he was sipping the juice at the end of the cup, and I was just like nauseated by it. And then they left, and I went into the bath.
He, like still had the juice film around like a 5-year-old, you know, like, can I also get a mint?
Yeah, and he's like, my wife loves the way I eat a peach. I'm like, this is disgusting. And then so they left, and I go into the bathroom just to see, like, oh my god, what do I have ahead of me? And I look in the I look in the toilet, and in the garbage there's a giant adult diaper just ruined, just destroyed that, like just destroyed that thing. Yeah. And there was those times, like, and the last one I remember, which was the craziest one, is like, you know how there's always a toilet brush, obviously, and there's like a holder for the toilet brush.
Yeah,
you know?
but not in restaurants.
Yeah, even in restaurants, there's usually a toilet brush.
Oh yeah, I don't remember. I haven't been to a restaurant in years.
But no person would really look to use it because they're like, I'm not cleaning my own shit. What am I, I'm in a restaurant, I'm not cleaning my own shit. Right. Like an asshole.
Yeah.
So some guy actually took the toilet brush out of the holder and then just pissed in the holder.
What?
Yeah, I just like, and then put it back in. And it was just like, and maybe he pissed with it in there, but the fact that he decided to do it was just ridiculous.
That's
to me.
Fucking hilarious.
Asshole.
You think it might have been like a coworker?
No, definitely not a coworker.
No.
I would, if I was in a bad mood and I hated the person I was working with, the only thing I would do that would be mean is I would spit my gum into the urinal.
Okay.
Because I just knew they had to pick it up and make me laugh.
Okay, that's not bad. That's not that mean.
Yeah,
and
it's not that bad.
They give you like gloves and shit.
Yeah, it had to do with gloves, and you just Windex everything, and you just cleaned everything with Windex because they gave you like more things to use, but like they weren't in there with you, so you're like, they don't know that if I just used Windex for everything, and that's what you did. You just Windexed every surface you could, refilled the toilet papers. At Quai de Cheval, at that place, you had to. I, as a busboy, had to go into the bathroom every 15 minutes to like fold the toilet paper like a hotel. You know what I mean? To make it look like it was just I had to go in there and just do the
like no one's
thing.
ever shat in here before ever.
Yeah, exactly. I got to go do fucking origami bird on the fucking toilet paper every 15 minutes.
Meanwhile, the place is called Horsetail. Who gives a shit, you know?
Yeah, I always thought it was a ponytail, no?
Oh, it is ponytail, you're right. But well, what's the difference?
But it is the same thing, but like as a term, it's a ponytail.
You're right,
Like
probably right. But a pony, I don't know what a pony is in French. Pony?
Yeah. Dumb bit, like really like people who have no cash and have never been there. They're like, is it true that they sell horse steaks there? And you're like, no, you're just so poor that you've never been there, you idiot.
I mean, I don't know. Do they?
No, they don't. But they did have a horse heart tartare.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
You
Fancy.
Eat it and become a minotaur immediately, or what the fuck? Like a centaur?
Yeah, exactly. Just like your legs grow. You hope you go the right way.
Yeah, it's just the front end. You still got your tiny dick.
Yeah, exactly. Speak for yourself. Speak for you. Have a tiny dick.
I said royal you, not just you.
Yeah, and then the thing that drove me crazy is because they used to just play Frank Sinatra, like best of Frank Sinatra, over and over again, and that was just my life listening to that fucking garbage. I got you under my skin. And you're like, yeah, I know how you feel.
And
you
which
are
one
under
was the
my
Jewish
skin,
one of those
Mr.
guys?
Sinatra.
Dean Martin.
Dean Martin. Yeah.
You're like, throw on some Dean.
I got you under my skin.
I wouldn't be able to tell those guys apart, singing wise.
Me neither.
If I looked at them, I can tell which one's Sammy Davis Jr. But if I listen to them,
Harrison, that guy who sends us all sends the music that we talk about all the time, he sends me a lot of Dean Martin. He sends me a lot of that stuff. He sent me one where we were singing all high, and it was, like sometimes they're not good, Sometimes like a lot of them are good, but it's hard to comment on something when a friend sends you something that's not good,
right?
And you want to be like, well, maybe. Good on the other ones. Yeah. Good job on the other ones.
Just like this podcast.
Yeah, that's true. That's fucking true.
Yeah, it is, dude. Nah, this podcast is gold, dude. We're being slept on right now.
Do some impressions. Shoot some impressions.
What do you mean? Do some impressions.
do those things that they like. I just went off a tangent about restaurants for 25 minutes.
Yeah, I know. And I told you off the top, I got meat problems with my stomach and my brain, and I can't think.
You ever cured a ham?
No, I fucking hate ham, dude. You should know that.
You ever canned tomato sauce? Like, are you real Italian? I don't get it.
What do you mean?
Like most Italians I know, like they like get together with their nonna and their papa and they make
no.
Yeah, no, and then they go ahead and they and they make tomato sauce in mason jars, and they make 10,000 jars of tomato sauce and store them in their cool storage downstairs in the basement.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have a basement. I don't have that. I guess I could store it outside, but I've actually, it's funny you mentioned, but I've started doing that shit, dude. I made because my girlfriend is a vegetarian, so I made a Beyond Meat bolognese, which just tastes like Beyond Meat.
Right, it's disgusting.
It's not that bad, actually. It's pretty good. I'll venture into the real bolognese at some point, but then I have to fucking buy like, I don't know, what is it? Like, some people put like a fucking pork butt and like ground beef and another type of fatty fucking thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I haven't tried that yet. But yeah, I make my own tomato sauce now. I make my own things. You know?
You make your own tomato sauce?
Yeah.
But who taught you that? Like the internet, right? Not like your...
No, my dad.
Your
my
dad.
papa.
My papa. Geppetto.
Giuseppe Geppetto.
Yeah. And... Jason, when was it again that you turned into a real boy? When was that?
It's when I saw my first porno.
Did you ever see that movie Pinocchio with that crazy Italian dude who runs? The one who's in the Holocaust in the World War II Holocaust movie, and he turned it into a comedy, and even though his son dies, and he's like, "Oh, la parada, parada," you know that
What are
guy.
you talking about?
You know what I'm talking about?
No, dude, I don't know. Are you talking about the Pinocchio with Jonathan Taylor Thomas?
No.
What are you talking about?
That one's. I do remember that one, but no, I'm talking about Roberto Benigni. Do you remember Roberto Benigni?
Nah,
Life is Beautiful.
I've
You ever
never
seen Life
seen
is
that
Beautiful?
movie.
Really?
I've never seen any Italian movie. I don't think.
Well, Life is Beautiful was like a huge. It won the Oscar.
Yeah.
And like he was like the biggest thing in the world, and everyone was like, "This guy Roberto Benigni, even though he's like older or whatever, he's going to be the biggest star in the world." And then,
well, I mean, it was just fortunate that was the first year that they had the most Italian Oscar award.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my God,
Best Italian.
He's so Italian, it's ridiculous.
And De Niro was like,
he came up. I remember like Halle Berry or something gave him his award, and he went up and he like tried to touch her pussy, and he was like, "Oh, I'm Italian, sorry." And she's like, "Can you stop trying to?"
Remember when Adrian Brody just made out with Halle Berry?
Yeah, exactly. They're all off. Maybe it wasn't Halle Berry. Maybe I'm thinking about Adrian Brody, but whatever. Some Italian did something stupid. So, everyone was anticipating his next movie after this Oscar-winning World War II movie, and he decided to direct a movie about Pinocchio. And he decided that him, the 56-year-old man that he was, should play Pinocchio.
I've never heard of this in my life. This is fantastic.
Oh,
this
dude,
is great
it is
news for me.
It is the craziest thing you've ever seen in your life, because they like shrink him down, but it's like really bad effects. And he's like got white makeup on, and he's playing like a boy, but he's literally a 56-year-old man running around the place. It is the weirdest thing. I've never watched the whole thing, but I've seen clips just to see that it really exists.
Yeah.
And that's a guy who's lost his goddamn mind.
I fucking love
even
that.
Yeah, even like it's funny because I was about to say that even a guy like Robin Williams wouldn't do something like that, but he made that movie called Jack.
Yeah, he played Jack.
He was like a reverse kid. How did that movie? He just dies. Like he died. Like what? What's that about? He ages too fast,
dude. I don't know, because I watched like that and like Patch Adams and like Mrs. Doubtfire all at the same time. So like to me, he's just like a late, a guy who dresses up as a lady who's also got a medical degree and has the mental capacity of a 5-year-old.
That's probably all kind of accurate. I don't know. And hairy.
Eh?
And very hairy.
Yeah, very hairy, yeah. I was just thinking, remember when I think that's a Bill Burr bit, actually, or someone. Remember when they told Coco the gorilla that Robin Williams died?
Yeah,
I think it is a Bill Burr bit. It's like, you didn't have to tell the fucking gorilla. Yeah.
They got together because of their knuckles. They're like he
thought it's like you and me. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But with the movie Hook, they made him wax like all his body hair, and it looks weird. Like you can see that he's in pain the whole movie.
His skin is just so tight.
Yeah. I can't believe they made him do that. I can't believe. They must have paid him a lot of money for him to agree to that, because that is not going to be fun to do.
I've never been waxed, but I can imagine it must feel like having a sunburn on your entire body.
Yeah, and that's kind of what a tattoo feels like. It just doesn't stop.
Right. Makes sense. Makes sense.
It's just like
etched into your fucking skin,
Yeah. I don't know. I think you don't have any tattoos, eh? Besides that one right above your ass.
Yeah, I got the one right above my ass, and it's. Why are you laughing?
I just love the idea of like us hanging out one day, like either you like take your shirt off and you have a fucking tramp stamp right above your ass.
Yeah, and no,
2 hockey sticks surrounded by flowers and cherry blossoms.
No. I got only God can judge me above both shoulder blades hidden twice. That's what I keep saying. That's all I got, baby.
Oh man, that would make me laugh so hard. I mean, not to say like I have like a belly button ring and the worst tattoos in the world, so I would actually be that guy who would give you that stupid surprise.
I'm surprised you never got a tramp stamp, honestly, because if you thought the belly button ring was gonna do it, I'm surprised you don't have like some sort of like, I don't know, just little angel wings, you know?
For sure, 100%.
Just,
dude, if I would have grown up like during like when Lil Wayne was like really cool or whatever, I so would have got a Star of David under my eye or something like that. I would have gotten some ass face tattoo.
Did you kill someone in prison? No, but I did circumcise a guy.
No, but I have a savings account. So dumb. Yeah, I would so have something dumb like that.
Yeah, I would love to see that, dude. That'd be so funny. A guy in like fucking serving life in prison with a fucking Star of David tattoo under his eye.
Belly button. Yeah, I still think about it.
Yeah, I'm in here for insider trading. 2 counts.
I said I ordered the kosher meal.
Can I get an extra pickle? I'll make it worth your while.
Yeah. Made a shiv out of mezuzah.
Yeah, that's the door thing. That's the thing on the door.
Yeah.
Which not great if you if you really want to tell everybody that you're... Oh, yeah, I think you told this story about not wanting to put a mezuzah in front of your door or something, right? Is that you?
I don't know.
I think that may have been my girlfriend's parents. They're like, never put a mezuzah in front of your door. You
don't want to get targeted.
Yeah.
You don't want to get targeted.
Yeah.
The truth is that the mezuzah exists for like Passover. You know the story of Passover?
No, but I'm sure you'll tell me. I'm sure you've maybe have told it before.
But you know 7 plagues, that makes sense to you,
yes.
Right? Egypt, 7 plagues. The 7th plague was kill all the firstborn of the Egypts.
Yeah, they would put the frogs up the sun's asses.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The 7th plague was kill all the 7th. The 10th plague was the 7 plagues.
7 sins, 10 plagues. 5 plagues? 3 plagues?
5 plagues?
How many plagues? 3 plagues, 5 plagues, 4 plagues? We got 4 plagues. We got 5 plagues.
The last plague, plague you, as you would read it.
Yeah, with an umlaut over the U.
Yeah, is all the Egyptian firstborn sons die, which is pretty harsh. But the way that they knew not to kill any of the Jewish firstborn sons was you would have to kill a lamb, and you took the lamb's blood and you painted the doorway with lamb's blood.
Okay, so God is all-seeing, all-knowing, but too fucking stupid to know which one's a Jew and which one's an Egyptian.
What do you think God's doing? God's sending one of his angels to go kill everybody. He's not doing the work himself. He's like, hey, and this angel's an idiot, He's like, look for the blood. He's like, imagine he's like he can do it, right? Like we gave him the addresses, but we find I think we need to give him something else. We need to give him something extreme.
He's my stupid fucking nephew. He's the dumbest piece of shit in the world. We got to put lamb's blood on tell him to put lamb's blood.
So I don't know. So I guess there's a benefit to. All I'm saying is that when the Messiah comes, we'll want to make sure that he'll know who the Jews are, so that he doesn't, I don't know what he's going to do to everybody else, but I don't think it's going to be good.
No?
No.
I'll look out for it, dude. Yeah. I'll be like, can I offer you some Beyond Beef Bolognese?
I'll vouch for you.
Thank you.
I think I have like 2 or 3 vouch cards. So. Yeah.
It's like a good food box card. Get
exactly.
a free redemption from God.
Yeah. Promotion.
Have you done those, by the way?
We've done it. We've canceled it. I think twice or maybe even 3 times we've done it. You do it for a few weeks and you're like, oh, this isn't bad, and then you get so sick of it, and you're like, oh my god, and then you end up throwing a portion or 2 out, and you're like, okay, we have to cancel this immediately because we're wasting. But it does help in the idea that you end up going to the grocery store every week, you buy the exact same thing every fucking week. You run out of any idea of what the fuck to do, so they just help you out in that aspect, and you have to do it because you have the exact ingredients ingredients to make this exact thing. So 5-6 o'clock comes around and you're like, what are we gonna have for dinner? You're like, I'm gonna do the thing because we bought the thing
into the bag of ingredients and put them together. Yeah, we've been doing it because I don't know, you get a free trial or whatever. We've done every subscription box, and I got like a free coupon from my girlfriend, and they saw that was the same address for not Good Food, not HelloFresh, this thing called Cook It, Chef Cook It, and they canceled my fucking order before they delivered it because they realized it was the same address.
Like, we're sick of people.
And it wasn't even a free one. It was just like $20 off or some shit, and they wouldn't give it to me.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, fuck that, man. Fuck Chef Cook It.
But if they want to sponsor us,
no, we'll go with
bring it.
Yeah,
bring it, Cook It.
And also, let's
invite customer service from Cook It to talk this out with us about what they think happened there. That we think this is a good platform for them.
Hey, Chef Cook It, what's inside of your ass, huh?
Hey, your fucking ass stinks. I can smell it from here.
Yeah,
that's what I'd go
Chef
with.
Cook,
like that.
Chef Cook that, you bitch.
Yeah, bitch. Yeah, I don't know. It gets boring after a while.
I was just asking in case you had a promo code to throw my way so I can get more free weeks of no groceries.
No, I got nothing. You using DoorDash, though?
I use a little bit of DoorDash.
Okay, because I was going to say.
Oh, for like a first-time user?
Yeah.
Hey, listen, if you listen to the podcast and you're Canadian and you want to DoorDash, you haven't used DoorDash yet, and you want to prove to us that you listen to this podcast, show us a screen cap of you sending a link to our latest podcast to 17 people.
Yes.
And then show us
it's you.
Then show us a video of them clicking on download episode to Spotify or Apple Music, and then we'll send you a free DoorDash $20 off.
Sounds good to me. I think it's a plan. Okay.
Cool.
So I'm raking my mind for
Hey.
I had another thing I wanted to talk about.
You know what though? We can do like a short episode this week. Listen, the people are clamoring for a 50-minute episode.
Yeah, I guess so. All right.
And we're
like, subscribe.
When we're 4 minutes away from a 50-minute episode, so keep talking, bitch.
You keep talking.
Okay,
Give me
okay.
something, Jason.
I remember. I just wrote. I'm looking at old notes here.
Sick.
I'm looking at old notes, and I recently remembered when I went to school in the States. A lot of us people with no money would get financial aid, and how they would balance that is by getting like all of the richest kids from South Korea to come in and pay $50,000 a year to go to school in the States, you know. And that's what I learned about Korean fan death. You ever heard that?
What is that? No.
So Koreans have this. South Koreans, I don't think North Koreans have fans at all. They just have like donkeys farting at the cool air at them or some shit. I don't know.
Just breathe on each other. Yeah.
Yeah. So Koreans have a fear that they think that if you go to bed with a fan on, you will die.
Oh, really?
They think
of what?
Of just fan. Yeah, I got like scolded by 2 Korean kids once who like walked by my room and were like, "Is your fan on?" I was like, "Yeah." And it's like it's hot, you know. It's fucking May, and they were like, you can't fucking, you'll die."
Oh, it's a real thing.
It's a real thing. You can look up Korean fan death on Wikipedia.
But they don't really think there's a cause to it. It's not like it's gonna suck your soul in or something like that.
I guess I can Google it. Korean fan. Can you hear me typing?
I can hear you typing away. I mean, because I can't imagine what there's got to be a superstition there, right?
It's I guess they just got new technology in the 20s, and they evolved too quickly with technology in the 1920s and 30s, and then people started dying of pneumonia, and then they were like, it's the fans.
You know, it's funny. Oh, okay. So like maybe the cool. That's
the cold.
The cool.
The cool air.
You know, it reminds me of when I was a kid. They bring like firefighters to like elementary school to scare the shit out of you. In regards to
I didn't
fires.
get that.
They just want to scare the shit out of. They're like, fires can happen, and they will fucking happen. Here is a kid with 3rd-degree burns all over his body to talk to you about fires.
No,
I
went to French school, so they were like, they'll figure it out. Yeah.
Hated it. So they once brought in these firemen.
Is that, are you quoting Lil Wayne?
Yeah.
Fire for fireman.
Fire for firemen, and they told us that you should sleep with your door closed. because if there's a fire in the house,
The wind.
then it keeps and it keeps the smoke from coming into your room. And before you open the door, that you should tap the doorknob
with
to
your
make
asshole.
sure it isn't hot, right?
Just spread your butt cheeks and touch the doorknob with the most sensitive part of your body.
Tap the doorknob to make sure it's hot, which is something I guess the robber from Home Alone didn't listen to.
Right.
He just went straight for it. So tap, and I guess like the whole point of that was if there's signs of fire, you should tap, right? But I didn't. I was too young to understand that. So I ended up tapping like an OCD boy. I was tapping on every doorknob before.
Right.
I was like, you got to make sure you can never. Exactly.
So
you can never be too safe.
So at like 6 years old, you had the same mental capacity as like a 47-year-old Korean seeing electricity for the first time.
Yeah, and I also demanded that my parents close I had to clap that door closed now. Like I was a young kid and they didn't like that at all. They're like, no,
Right.
your door's going to stay open. I was like, no, what if there's a fire? You're trying to kill me, you psychos.
You're working on behalf of fire.
Yeah, I took advantage of that. Remember,
I took advantage of that? What do you mean? What do you...
Like I would sneak food always into my, like after bedtime. That was my
Okay.
biggest thing. Because I hated dinner. I would never want to eat dinner. And I had this move where halfway through dinner, I would always say I had to go to the bathroom. And then I would go to the bathroom, usually with a mouthful of food that I pretended to
I have
eat.
to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, exactly. And then I would
And your
go to
parents
the
were like,
bathroom.
you're a fucking idiot, dude.
None the wiser, my
Yeah.
parents, while I would go to the bathroom, spit it out, and then stay in the bathroom until I heard them clearing the dishes. And so I would just like roll out, be like, "Yes, Miss Dinner," and I wouldn't have to eat the garbage.
I'm as
And then-
cool as cool can be.
Dude, one time my mother told me that she woke me up, and I just like had sesame seeds, and I ate like 6 bagels, like by myself in my bed, just with sesame seeds everywhere.
Yeah,
I looked like I was breaded or something.
that's
when I woke
fucking
up.
great, man. You're just like turning
Yeah.
yourself into a Big Mac. You know, all I need is a pickle.
Yeah, I did enjoy the privacy there of the door closed.
Right. That's cool, man. The other thing I
Yeah.
remembered from having Koreans at school is that they would cuddle in bed, like 2 guys, you know?
Oh, sick,
And
like
they would be
us.
like, yeah, like us. But
Like
here's the
best friends.
difference is that they would say, yeah, there's no such thing as gay people in Korea.
Oh, right. That's true because they all are. So it's
Right.
natural.
If
It's
you're
just
all
a-
gay, there's
Yeah.
no. But yeah, they would
There is
100% believe that there was no such thing. It's like, no, the government doesn't let us be gay.
Yeah, they would
There's
be
no-
all very shocked if they ever played the game show. Is he gay?
Yeah.
Because they would all find out that they are.
Yeah.
That's such a weird. It's such a weird thing to think.
That we're not allowed to cuddle as 2 straight men.
No, that there are no gay people. Like, you know, that
Yeah.
like, no one's gay.
Yeah.
That no one likes that. Even though they know that they exist, they still think that they don't exist.
Not in our country.
I'm sure there are a lot of Africans that feel that way.
Sure.
There's a lot of African countries that
There are a lot of African countries. You're right.
Oh, good one, Jason. You're so clever. Where was all this? Where are all these zingers throughout the hour? Jesus
It's
Christ.
9:43 p.m. It is bedtime, baby. It's
Is it really
quarantine.
9:43
it's fucking
already?
Late, dude. It's
Yeah, maybe
late.
we should.
I used to stay up till 2 in the morning without fail every fucking day of the week, and now look at me. Now
I
look
can
at
still
me.
stay up late sometimes, but I like to get, you know. Okay, are you gonna come tuck me in?
Yeah, I'm on my. No, it's past curfew. I'm not allowed. I'll have to walk my dog there, all 6 kilometers.
Past curfew.
Hey,
It's
what
so
is it?
fucked up.
How many kilometers is it? What's your address again?
Oh yeah, and by the way, we were supposed to record this yesterday, but Jason had to attend a PTA condo association meeting with.
Yeah, there's a yearly
on
condo
team.
meeting, and I had to be part of it because there's only 4 of us. Oh, you know what I found out? I found
What?
out that the fucking meaty clitted asshole who used to live here.
Yeah.
People, if you go on Google Maps, you know at the top left of Google Maps, you can like look at past years of like what it looked like before. You know, you can kind of like travel through time. And
Sure.
I noticed that like up until like 2 years ago or 3 years ago, people just left their garbages on their front balconies. You know, like a regular place. And this fucking idiot bitch brought in a lawyer's letter to force everybody in this fucking building to keep their garbage on the back balcony so that she wouldn't see the garbage in the front.
Cheers. I like that's a good move.
Really?
Yeah.
You're a fucking meaty clitted bitch too.
I am what I eat. You know what I mean?
Right. Nice. Hey, on that note, hey.
Shit. I mean, what I ate, what I used to eat, what I don't eat anymore.
Oh, right.
Now I eat perfectly.
Perfect. Yeah.
Perfectly shaped.
No,
exactly.
No. You said what you said. You said it. Do you ever see the porn? The porn of China, the WWE wrestler China.
Yeah, at the end of the video, the guy takes one of those meat curtains and wraps it around him like a comforter and like nestles him to bed.
I think I was like 12 or 13 when I saw that. I'm pretty sure her clit was bigger than my dick at that time.
Dude, and like that guy's YouTube. If I were to have sex with her, I would be wrapped up in them, and I'd come out a butterfly.
Right.
You get like wrapped in, all of a sudden you come out with wings, and you're like fucking caterpillar from Alice in Wonderland.
And then you win the WWE Championship.
I owe you.
And that's the show, folks.
Like, subscribe, tell your friends.
Subscribe, tell your friends. Get a DoorDash pass from Oren Spiro. Oren Z Spiro.
We'll do this in the middle of the podcast next time, so you're actually listening when we say this.
Yeah.
Thank you if you do listen.
Sorry about the late episode, because it's probably going to come out on Thursday or Friday, seeing how slowly our producer works. And that's it.
Bye.
Goodbye, everybody.
Friendship.